Okay, so in the last class, what we have studied, first of all, we have discussed about the types of or the category of Sanskrit words. In English, we know very well that there are eight parts of speech: noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. In the same way, if we see, please mute your mic. Please you mute your mic. So, in the same way, in Sanskrit, we have studied there are four types of Sanskrit words, and that was are counted as Naam, Akhyat, Upasarg, and Nipat. What we have studied in the last class. We are just recapping all those slides, what we have studied in the last class. So, under category of Naam, we can count noun, pronoun, adjective, and regarding Akhyat means verb, and Upsarg, we have already mentioned, that is prefix, and Nipat, that means indeclinable. If we talk in Hindi and other languages, that is Avyay. Okay, so near to Avyay. After that, we have elaborated all these technical terms. These slides we have already studied. That's why I'm not giving too much time on these slides. In the same way, we have studied about the technical term gender or ling, and there are three types of gender: masculine, feminine, and neuter, and that is counted named as pulling, striling, and napumsakling. But in Sanskrit, you need to keep in mind that it is not directly indicating the gender, biological gender. Okay, for example, if you are talking about mitra, the term mitra has two meanings: one, the son, and another one, the friend. If you are using the term mitra in masculine, then the meaning will be the sun. Sun rises in the east. But if you are using in the in neuter gender, then it will indicate the friend. So in such way, you can easily identify, and sometimes it is very difficult also. So you can't say that masculine means the biological. It is concerned with biological. You can't say, because it is defined according to Panini, the teacher, grammarian who has categorized these terms. So keep in mind that it is not the biological division. It is divided in different way. After that, we have studied in the last class number or vachan, and there are three numbers: singular, dual, and plural. Normally, we find in English or Hindi that is singular and plural. If it is one, then you are using singular. If it is more than one, then you are using plural. But in Sanskrit, you will find there are three numbers: singular, dual, and plural. Okay, so if it denotes one person, place, or animal or thing, then you are using singular. Otherwise, it is indicating. If it is indicating two persons, places, or things, then it will be dual, and more than two, that will be indicated as plural. Okay, so after that, we have studied in detail Akhyat, Gerund, and Upasarg. All these things we have studied in the last class. And not only this one, but also the structure with helping verb, present, past, and future. We have studied in last day. Now we are just trying to understand some specific things. First of all, how many words, if you are counting the word in Sanskrit, how you can find the whole in soul, all numbers, all words, how do you coin new words? And the third important issue is how you can use those uh, uh, terms, or you can use those nouns. I'm just trying to zoom it out so that you can. Okay, so just see whatever you are finding here. All these are masculine word. In Sanskrit, the original text, what you are mentioning as Siddhanta Kaumudi, or the basic text that is called as Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi. Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi means the text of Sanskrit grammar, which is for uh, the person who is just entering in that discipline. Laghu means the small or basic. Siddhant means principles, where the all principles, all concepts have been discussed for such student who is just newly who is starting the journey. Okay, so in that text you will find that all the words have been categorized in such way by which you can find each and every word. For example, first of all, you can categorize in three different genders: masculine words, feminine words, and neuter gender related words. Whatever you are finding here, all these are related to masculine. Okay, but the form of these words are quite different. If you are uh, trying to find the form of Deva or God, or means the case what we will study in the next slide, next slide, in such way. Okay. So we will study this one in the next third or fourth slide. Karak. So you can find all words will be defined in different cases, different vibhakti sign of cases. For example, nominative case, accusative case, instrumental case, dative case, ablative case, genitive case. Because when you are using a word or noun in a sentence, at that time you need to identify the case, in which case you are using. So either you will use in nominative case, or accusative case, or instrumental case, or dative case, or ablative case, or genitive case, or locative case. So, and again there will be three numbers: singular, dual, and plural. That's why you are using Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha. Ramaha is indicating nominative case, singular number. Ramau is indicating nominative case, dual number. Rama, that is indicating uh, nominative case, plural number. So each and every noun has 7 into 3, 21 forms. That's why you have to learn more and more about declension and conjugations. Okay, so Sabdurup and Dhaturup. So I am talking about each and every different term. All these term has all these have different form. Okay, it means if you are talking about Dev, it has 21 forms. If you are talking about Visupa, it has 21 forms. So in Sanskrit, you can easily identify the form of these terms, these nouns. So how you will be able to understand the actual form? For that, you need to understand that how many types of these nouns, how you can identify. So what he did, I mean to say the grammarian, what he did, he has categorized in different genders first, then within gender he has defined the noun by ending vowels or consonants. For example, Dev, it is ending with a, so it is akarant. It is ending with a, it is called as akarant. You can find the stem is a. The ending with a, it is Vishwapa. So all the word in Sanskrit, whatever it is, but if it is ending with a and it is in category of masculine, the form will be same. Okay, so if you are able to understand the one single word Dev ending with a, then you can find thousand of words which is ending with a and which falls under category of masculine. The the form of those all 21 forms will be the same as Dev. So if you are understanding Ram, that is again ending with a. So whatever, if it is under category of masculine gender and it is ending with a, the form will be the same. Okay, so normally we are using ending with a, but not only ending with a, this is the term, but you can find ending with a, ending with e, ending with e, ending with again u, ending with u. All these are ending with different vowels and different consonants mentioned in Sanskrit language. Okay, so you need to understand that alphabet in Sanskrit so that you can easily identify. Okay, so one by one you can find it easily. Who has already studied Sanskrit or who is aware with Devanagari, he or she can easily identify if it is ending with a, if it is ending with a, if it is ending with e, if it is ending with e. Here you are finding there are two terms which is ending with e, but the form will be quite different. Pati means husband and Sakhi means friend. Both has different form, but both are ending with a small e. Okay, and in the same way, ending with long e, ending with short u, ending with long u, ending with short e, ending with long e, and again ending with consonants. And which consonant you can find? Ending with cha, ending with cha again, ending with cha again, ending with ja again. So you can find from here all these are ending with uh, ending with uh, consonants. Okay, but the question arises that how we can memorize all types of words, because it is not so easy. So what you can do, normally we are trying to find the term which is ending with oh. And normally, whatever Sanskrit grammar text you are finding, wherever you are studying, normally they are using only one word, one structure of word, and emphasizing on that word. They are just trying to explain all different words. So you can focus on first one, but slowly you need to go through other words also. If you wish to go in detail uh, in Sanskrit text, you need to identify, because normally you will find only one or two or three words, but it will be very difficult if you are not finding, the term in such way. Okay, so these are some important issues, but I am just trying to elaborate. So it is just concerned with this one, masculine term. Now you just come to neuter gender. For neuter gender, it is very easy, because normally nominative case and accusative case are different, but after that you will find similar to masculine. Okay, if you are aware with masculine, then it will be quite easy to understand regarding neuter gender. Okay, so you need to identify, you need to memorize or find. Send this one to. One. Okay, so these are the term which falls under category of neuter gender. So again, in neuter, you will find the same ending with a, ending with e, ending with e, ending with u, ending with re, and ending with these consonants. So all these are as per the rules of Sanskrit grammar. I just tried to find all different terms, and I have given the English form of that term also, so that you can easily identify and easily understand in which way we need to understand the conjugation and declensions. Okay, so these are the term which is concerned with neuter gender. Now these are the term which are which fall under category of feminine gender. For example, ending with a, lata, jara, mati, nadi, sri, stri, dhenu, bhu, vadhu, matri. All these have different forms. Keep in mind, all these have, not only this one, but if you are talking about all these terms, all these has different 38 terms are there, and you can find it easily in Siddhanta Kaumudi and Siddhanta Kaumudi. But here I have just tried to give the list of these terms. So all these has different forms. Okay, so but normally we are using first one, but you can find another one also. So all these are the terms. Now question arises how we can coin new words, because first of all if you have words, then only you can create sentences, because you need to have verb forms and noun forms. Then only you can assimilate, and as per the rule of Sanskrit grammar, you can create sentence. So for that, you need to have such terms so that you can use. So first of all, you need to make proper list of the term what you are using. Then the second thing, second step, that you need to identify the term in which category it will fall. Okay, for example, if you are saying that this one is the glass or chashaka, so it is ending with a, so it will be according to deva. Okay, but if it is ending with a or e or re, then you need to make the form accordingly. So first of all, you need to make a proper list, but in initial stage, you need to find such term which is ending with a, so it will be quite easy to understand and to use. But slowly you can find another types of words also that will be quite easy to understand. And the second thing, when you will learn suffixes, at that time you will be able to coin new words by using suffixes, by using prefixes. You can coin n number of words. Okay, so regarding verb form, regarding noun form, by using prefixes, by using suffixes, you can coin new words. And we will see while we will learn about prefixes, then we will see how we will coin these terms. Now, how you will use these terms. Okay, if you have any question right now, you can ask. Otherwise, I will come on this point, that how you will use those terms while you are creating sentences, and how you will create sentence by using different cases, and which case will be used in which condition. So we will see it. But first of all, if you have any question, if any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, I am just trying to move towards the case. Okay. So now I see, first of all, we know that it is quite important thing that whenever you are using any term in Sanskrit sentences, or in not only in Sanskrit sentences, in any sentence, any languages, you need to give the proper sign of that term, that noun or that adjective, that in which person it is, in which case it is, in which number it is. So you need to give a specific sign so that the audience can easily understand. For example, if I am saying, I read a book, aham grantham pathami. If I am saying aham grantham pathami, I read a book. So whenever you are using the term aham, then it itself explaining that aham, it means I am the subject who is doing the who is acting, who is performing. So I will be in nominative case. I is, or aham is explaining that it is a subject or karta, and why? Because it is performing something. And when you are using the term am, helping verb, that indicates, or whenever you are using the term Pathami, I read a book. When you are using the term read, then it is indicating that as per the subject, this the action is defining in which case, in which number it is or for which it is used. So you need to give specific sign so that easily it will you can communicate your ideas, your feelings by while you are using the sentence. So first of all, we see the nominative case. In Sanskrit, you are easily understanding that it is karta karak, or who is karta, who the person who is acting something, who is performing the action, that is called as karta. And for that, the sign of that karak is prathama vibhakti, or you can say in the vibhakti, in the order of vibhakti, that is first. That's why it is called as prathama here. So nominative case, how you can describe it, that it will be subject of the verb, or not only this one, but predicate, adjective, and nouns you can find as in nominative case. Okay, so normally it is the subject of all these one. Okay, so for example, aham grantham pathami. Aham grantham pathami. Here aham is subject. Ramah griham gacchati. Ramah griham gacchati. Here you can say that Rama, he is uh, Ram is subject, or Ram is karta in this sentence, and that will be used in nominative case or prathama vibhakti. Okay, so case it is mentioned as nominative, accusative, and all these, but the sign of that particular case is called as prathama vibhakti, dutiya vibhakti, tritiya vibhakti, like that. In Sanskrit, you will find only 6 cases, but in other languages you can find 7. But here you will find only 6 cases. Why? Because in Sanskrit it is clearly mentioned. The case will be identified as if it is directly concerned with the action or verb. So when you are saying aham pathami, it means aham, the term I, is directly associated with the verb pat or read. Okay, so that's why it is under category of karak. But if you are saying the son of Ram is reading, the son of Ram is reading, in that in that condition, the son, he is reading, not the Ram is reading. So Ram will not be treated as the karak or case. Okay, so the simple thing is you just need to keep in mind that if it is directly associated with action or verb, then it will be under category of karak. Kriyanvayitvam karakatvam. If it is concerned with action directly, then only it will be karak. Otherwise, it is not the karak. So first of all, nominative case. The subject of that sentence is called as it will be in nominative case. After that, you see the second one, the object of the sentence. Subject of the sentence, that will be in nominative case, and object of that sentence. Second one I have mentioned here as vocative case, that is under nominative case only, in prathama vibhakti only, as per the rule of Sanskrit grammar. That's why I have not separately indicated. Third one, what you are finding here, that is dutiya vibhakti or accusative case. So the object of the sentence that will be treated as karma or accusative case. Okay, for example, aham grantham pathami. Aham means I read, pathami, and a book, granth. Aham grantham pathami. I read a book. Here the book or granth, that is the object of object in that sentence. So it will be, so it will be so it will be it will be treated as karma or object of that in that sentence, and we can use it in accusative case. Okay, in the same way, which is the instrument in that sentence, that will be used as instrumental case. For example, I am eating uh, by spoon. The spoon is here mentioned as instrument. So in instrumental case, you can find the instrument of that particular sentence, that will be called as that will be under the category of instrumental case. Okay, so we have seen all these three cases. First, nominative case, karta karak, which is the subject of that particular sentence. Accusative case, the object of that particular sentence, and instrument of that particular sentence to complete that proper action. Okay, so aham grantham pathami. I read a book. Here I, that is used in nominative case. Granth or book, that is used in accusative case. And when I am saying I am eating through the spoon or that spoon or chamasa, that will be the instrument to complete that proper action. That will be treated under the that will be used in instrumental case. Okay, and the next one, that is dative case. Dative case, when you are giving something to someone and you are not expecting that he or she will return it, that is called as just like charity or dan. If you are giving something to someone just for charity, then it will be used in dative case. Nominative case, that will be the subject of that sentence. Accusative case, object of that sentence. Instrumental case, instrument of that sentence. And dative case, when you are giving something to someone and you are not expecting that he or she will return it, then you are using the dative case or sampradan. There are three terms in that particular term, sampradan. Sam prefix, pro prefix, and dan, that means charity. So if you are giving something in systematic way to particularly someone, if you are giving something, samyak prakrishta rupena danam. So if you are giving someone, then you have to use it in dative case. Okay, next one, fifth one, that is ablative case. Ablative case means when something is getting separated from somewhere else. For example, if you are saying Himalayat Ganga Nisarati, or Ganga comes from Himalaya, the mountain Himalaya. So you see the river Ganga is coming from Himalaya. So it is separated from Himalaya. So mountain Himalaya will be used in ablative case. So you are saying Himalayat Ganga Nisarati. because it is getting separation. So it is compulsion that you need to give, you need to find that it is separate, there is separation. Then only from where it, from which it will be separated, that will be used in ablative case, because there are two things: mountain Himalaya and river Ganga. But from this mountain, it is separate, it is getting separation. So in mountain you will use ablative case. And another thing here you need to keep in mind, if there will be the fear, then also we are using ablative case. So that will be extended rules. So we will see in the next stage those extended rules. But normally, if it is separation, there is separation, then you need to use ablative case. Genitive, I have already mentioned that it is not the case in Sanskrit, but normally you are using in other languages. So you need to understand that genitive case means the relation, or if you are if you are mentioning any relation, Ramasya putra, son of Ram, for that you are using genitive case. Okay, and in Sanskrit it is used as the term says, se sashti. Okay, and the last one, that is locative case. Whenever you are mentioning location, then it will be used as locative case. For example, if you are saying aham Delhi nagare basami, I live in Delhi, so the location is Delhi. So you are using the term Delhi Nagar, the city Delhi, that is you need to use in locative case. Delhi nagare grihe, at the home, or pakoshthe, at the room. So in such way you can find all different types of cases in Sanskrit. But I have just mentioned a few rules. But if you are going to find expanded rules, then you will find more and more, not only one to a number of rules. But why I have mentioned here this correct chart? Because if you are trying to create sentences correctly, for that you need to understand the actual status of the cases. And another thing, if you are extracting the meaning from sentences, for that you need to go in deeper part of cases. Specifically, when you are learning about Indian culture, the grammatical rule itself defining the norms of the culture. For example, I have mentioned here that dative case, if you are using, if you are giving something to someone and you are not expecting that he or she will return it, then it will be used as in dative case. But if you are using in a genitive case, then it will give quite different meaning. If you are using in an instrumental case, then it will give the different meaning. For example, if you are saying aham rajakasya vastram dadami, I give the cloth to washerman. So it will be, it is mentioning that you will you are expecting that he will return your clothes. If you are using in instrumental case, then it will give the different meaning. The one example you can find that sah dasya sanyachate kamukah, a man who is giving the money to his maid servant. So if the intention is wrong, then only you are using the instrumental case. So that will be the some extended rules, but the rule will automatically define in which meaning you are using the case. Okay, so you are trying to find sentences, extract the meaning from text, you need to understand cases in proper way. Otherwise you will translate in different way, that will be just quite opposite. Okay, so today I have just mentioned all these things, but the next day we will just try to go in different rules also. And the different rules means the rule related to verb. So the next day we will see all these rules. In the last of this class, we just try to chant some shloka. Last day we have mentioned this one. Manasa chintitam karyam vacha naiva prakashay mantravadrakshaye gudham karye chapi niyojay. So how we will extract the meaning? Manasa chintitam. Manasa chintitam. Whatever you whatever in your mind. Manasa chintitam karyam, the action what you have planned and which is not disclosed, that is called as manasa chintitam. You thought, just it is in your mind, it is not exposed. That vacha naiva prakas. The vacha means here it is in instrumental case. You need not to explain. You need not to explain by your word. Vacha no eva naiva prakasayet. So how you will extract the meaning? First of all, you need to split the term. Manasa chintitam, it means there are two terms, manasa and chintitam. And you need to understand what it mean by manasa, in which case it is, what will be the meaning of manasa, then what will be the actual term of chintitam, what is the actual verb in this term. So it will be two different part, verbal root and suffix. Then karyam, again verbal root and suffix. Again here vacha, here vak, and in which case it is. So you need to split one by one. Then you need to extract meaning from one by one, and then you will assimilate. Then you can get the meaning properly. In the same way, we have found another shloka for today. Shaile shaile namanikyam mautikam na gaje gaje sadhavo nahi sarvatra andanam na vane vane. So what is shaile shaile namanikyam? Shaile shaile means when it is repeated, it means it is indicating that everyone, each and every places. So all the mountains, shaile shaile means not two mountains. Now you will not find manikya. Manikya means the precious stone in all mountains. It means you can find it in rare way. Mautikam na gaje gaje. You will not find the pearl in each and every elephant. Okay, it is also the rare. Sadhavo nahi sarvatra chandanam na vane vane. Sadhava, again I have earlier mentioned that the term is sadhava, Ramah, Mohana, like sadhava ending with a. And the rule of euphonic combination, it will be sadhavo. Actually, it is sadhava. Sadhavo nahi sarvatra. Again, it is the avyay indeclinable. So we will find the list of indeclinables. Okay, then we can easily identify, because when we will understand that there are so many indeclinables. For example, atra, tatra, sarvatra, kutra, yatra, tatra. So in this way, when you will see the list of avyay or indeclinables, then you can find or understand it easily. So sadhavo nahi sarvatra. So you can't find the nobleman everywhere. Chandanam navane vane, and you will not find the sandalwood in each and every forest. Okay, so the moral thing is, the good things you can't find everywhere, it is rare. Okay, so this is the stroke for today, and in the next class you need to I will give all these things to that classroom. You need to practice with this one, that this is for present tense. We have already mentioned the help with created sentences with helping verb. Now we will try to create sentence with the main verb. Okay, so whenever we will talk about main verb or principal verb, at that time we need to understand that the formation of that particular verb. Okay, and it is in present tense. We will see in past tense, future tense, and different moods and different tenses. And I will give some sentences examples, and you can practice. I have seen that most of you have sent your homework to your that practice work set, and for next Saturday I will give some another work, and just try to practice. And as I have received request from some students, we need to reschedule the class because timing is not appropriate for all students, because time zone is quite different, and that's why we need to reschedule the class. So I will check the time zone of yours, and according to that I will reschedule this class. Okay, because I have seen that